Hey guys, Casas here with the Talking Amazon, and welcome back to another video. So thank you everybody who's been watching my prior Switch videos. They mean a lot to me. It's a new focal content that I'm trying to push for, so hopefully you guys don't mind it. And as always, links will be down in the description below for any affiliate links that lead you to our Amazon page. So if you buy something via that link, whether it is the actual product or something else entirely, we'll get a little bit of kickback on it, which means I can put more content effort into Utaki Amazon's just general library of reviews and features. So because I'm vehemently obsessed with the Nintendo Switch, today's video is going to be focused on games that I feel just work better on the Nintendo Switch platform. Now bear in mind, this is my own opinion. I'm not an expert, and this is not a definitive like, oh yes, you should play this game on the Switch because it runs so much better. You know, if you want the best graphical fidelity, you're not going to get on the Switch. You're going to get that on a PC, flat out, pretty much. There are going to be some games that will look pretty much comparable on like Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and the Switch, but it just really depends on the personal preference of the player themselves. So when I look at games, for me, it kind of boils into like a nostalgia factor. This video for me personally is like my fourth take. I was trying to talk about these three games and they just ended up kind of reiterating the same points, and that was really nostalgia and the flexibility of the Switch. And for me, that's why these three games shine more so on the Nintendo Switch platform. You have these three games in no particular order: Stardew Valley, Shantae Have Genie Hero, and Banner Saga. Now, Banner Saga is a unique one because it is kind of a visual novel, kind of, not really a point and click, but you have an overview of a map that you kind of drag a mouse cursor across to select different things. And while it does make sense on a computer form factor, it still works pretty darn well on the Nintendo Switch and the other consoles that it was released for. For me though, these games just shine more on the Switch, again, because it's more portable. As somebody who grew up as a portable gamer, my Nintendo Game Boy Color was my most played console. Sure, I had a Nintendo 64, and when we went to the GameCube and such, I had a Game Boy Advance. I would still find myself playing the Game Boy series of portables more than the actual home consoles. So with this Switch, it kind of fulfills that want and desire for my own kind of gaming experience, and it gives me a new light on these games. They shine so much more brightly on the Switch just due to the simple fact that I have that freeform flexibility. The Banner Saga is an absolute gem on the Nintendo Switch. Having such a expansive storytelling experience mixed in with a Final Fantasy Tactics-esque like battle system is just pure gold for me. Now, the actual gameplay itself is not really hindered in any way by the Switch. The Banner Saga 3, I've only ran into like one hiccup where like a cutscene section was like doing this weird trippy 80s, 90s like Windows 98 desktop screensaver thing, which is really weird and random, but beyond that though, the game still performed immaculately. It's just for me, again, I can prop it up anywhere I want and I can still have my expansive Viking Norse saga on the go, and frankly that's really rad and awesome to have. And the same would go for Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is the spiritual successor to the older Harvest Moon titles that we all grew up loving, and Natsume have seemingly abandoned all hope for that series. That's just how it goes, unfortunately. Stardew Valley is a game that I put more time and effort into on the Switch version than I have the PC or PS4 versions. And granted, I owned it first on PC right as it came out. That was a game I was such hotly anticipating to release when it was first announced way back when. But I have some friends who prefer it more on PC because they get those updates quicker, and while that's awesome, for me it's just, it really shone more on the Switch because it gave me those fond nostalgic memories of playing Harvest Moon on my Game Boy Color or playing Harvest Moon 64. Like, those games were games I sunk literal hours into, and I'm somebody who doesn't care about farming. It was just something that was relaxing to do. You had this private escape, especially in a portable fashion, to just kind of live out this fanciful life as a farmer in some far off place on an island. It is really awe-inspiring and fun to enjoy and play. And the same, again, for nostalgia is Shantae Have Genie Hero. It's a 90s platformer game at its core, and it's a very socially aware of itself game because it breaks the fourth wall quite often, and it's made by a team of individuals who are very passionate about the platformer genre and really resurrecting an older Game Boy Color series. Just overall, it's fun, it's awesome, it's wacky, it's random, them. The Ultimate Edition comes with a whole slew of nostalgia in terms of like a full-page color instruction booklet, something you guys really don't get anymore in games. But the Nintendo Switch version, again, for me, just harkens back to the other games I played outside of like Harvest Moon or Pokemon, and those were platformers. Mainly played Star Wars: A New Hope for the original Game Boy, as that was a hard as balls platformer, but frankly speaking, it's still shown and it was still fun to play. I played some of the older Metroid games on, like I think they advanced in the DS too, and those were a blast to play, and frankly speaking, this is kind of reinvigorating that to me. I'm discovering that I actually like platformers. I thought they were kind of wasted games when I was on 360 and PS3 and PS4 and the PS Vita. I just thought they were stupid and needless, but now I'm kind of coming back around to them like, you know, these games are fun. And that's the whole key premise of why I think these three games work better on the Switch. The Switch just has this nostalgia flexibility engine that's running about it, and again, that's the selling point of the system, is to get you to play these games in a fashion that you normally wouldn't get to play them in. And trust me, the Banner Saga just is a game that I didn't know I needed portably until I got it on the Switch, and frankly speaking, this is now my defaulted and preferred version to play it in because it's just so much more fun. And I'm sure there's many of you out there that have games that you feel work and run better on Nintendo Switch, and frankly speaking, that's rad, that's awesome, and I'm all for supporting this Nintendo console because frankly speaking, I wasn't the biggest supporter when the Wii or the Wii U came out. I stopped supporting Nintendo's home console line after the GameCube. I pretty much actually left the GameCube mid-cycle to go to Xbox. Worst decision ever. But those are my kind of options. I have a lot of other games that I'm playing through right now that are kind of multi-console based that I've experienced on the Switch. There are games like Skyrim and Doom that I haven't gotten to play yet, but I'm very open to seeing how they actually run and operate, because especially Skyrim, I played that on pretty much everything imaginable, from original Xbox 360 to PC to PS3 to PS4, so it's a game that I'm pretty well exposed to, and I haven't yet tried it on the Switch, so I'm hoping I can still be awed by it in that sense. And as always, if you guys have games that you feel will work better on Nintendo Switch, feel free to leave that down in the comment section below. I'll try to read through them as best as I can, and again, those affiliate links will be down there for the three mentioned games if I can find them on Amazon. If not, I'll link you guys to the Nintendo eShop where you guys can pick it up there as well. So as always, this has been Costas with the Talking Gamer Zone. Thank you so much for watching this, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Peace.